You're watching a special edition of The Breakdown right here at A Television. I'm Norman James. Our special guest today, Chris Clements. He is now a double belt holder, ringside as well as the Pro Fighting Championship. Chris, how are you, man?
I'm excellent.
I'm sure you are excellent. At Borderwars this past weekend, you took care of Travis Briere in pretty good fashion. So let's say you demonstrated your skills in the first round, and then in the second round you paid the bills. Tell us how it went.
Well, the first round I knew he's a pretty athletic guy, so I just wanted to slow his pace down a little bit. I've seen a couple of his fights. He came out explosive and just like ragdolls people, just exploding on him with punches. You know, I didn't want to have a chance to overwhelm me, so I just kind of tied him up, let him use a lot of his energy out to take that little initial burst out of him. Then once I got the feel for it, I realized that I was a lot better than him technically on the ground. So going into the second round, my corner said, you know you're better than him on the ground, so you can do whatever you want on the feet because it doesn't matter if he takes you down. So I first started out in Taekwondo, and there's a little spinning back kick action that I pulled off that I haven't got to use in mixed martial arts in a long time. So I set him up, making a move to my right side a little bit. I take a left shot, and I kick him in the leg, and I heard his corner say, "Circle the other way, circle the other way." So I knew he was going to go there. I faked the jab. He ran that way. I just spun as hard as I could and caught him right in the liver with the back kick. So down he went.
And then you just pounded on him. I
went to start pounding on him. The referee pulled. I gave him one good knee on the side after he's down. The referee pulled me off right away.
Yves Levine reffing Border Wars at WFCU Centre this past weekend. You winning the Pro Fighting Championship belt, which is fantastic right up here. And then you have ringside that you won in Quebec. Travis Briere, what did we know about this guy? Was he supposed to be a hot shot? You said that he kind of jumps all over people. Are you surprised that you finished it off so early in the second round?
No, I wanted to make a statement. My last win was Jonathan Goulet, 9-time UFC vet. Travis Briere has a 10-1 record, but he's never fought anybody at any high level. I have a couple losses on my records, but they're all from guys who fought in the UFC already. So when they offered me the fight with Travis, it was supposed to be against Phil Baroni, actually. And then they dropped me down to Travis Briere, and I'm kind of going, this guy's not going to build me. Like, beating him's not going to put me in the UFC right away. So I'll make a statement against him to prove that, give me some top competition.
Fantastic stuff. Now you're in your mid-30s. You look like you're in your early 20s. You're in your mid-30s. Probably prime time for any UFC fighter. You want to make sure that, hey, you know how to do this. You know how to play the game. You know how to fight. Let's go to the top. So you have two bits of hardware here. You're on a bit of a win streak. You're at Adrenaline. All eyes on Adrenaline right now for all the fantastic stuff that's happening at that training facility. What's next for Chris Clements? You've got to think that you want to reach for the stars.
Yeah, I just want to keep climbing up. Like I said, I told Travis Briere when he's coming in here, I'm not no stepping stone. I'll be a stepping stone when I can't climb no more and my legs are still working. So I'm going up, and I'm just waiting to see who offers me the best opponent right now. It's there's a lot of different shows new to Ontario, so if promotions want me, I know Pro Fighting Championships wants me to come back and defend that title. So I'm hoping that they go and get me a good opponent, so that can build me up.
The thing is, you finish it off early in the second round and you still look fantastic. Your fiance's here as well, and she can attest to that, or maybe she might be thinking twice about what's going to be happening in the future. Do you feel like maybe you weren't tested enough going into your next fight? Do you maybe want to have that, be battle wary after a bout or an event, and say to yourself, you know what, I gave it all, we went the distance, and I know that I challenged myself to the utmost? Or is it, hey, we get in and out of there as quick as possible, and that's good, I'll get my paycheck and I'm out?
I'd rather get in there and get out.
Yeah.
Nobody likes getting tired. They say, what's the saying goes, being tired makes a coward out of all of us. So I don't want to test myself in there. I get tested in the gym. I train with Sam Stout, Mark Hominick, Chris Hordesky, Jesse Gross. We got a lot of guys at Adrenaline Training Center. I get tested in the gym. I don't need to get tested in the cage. I know what I can do, so I want to go in there and make my statements.
That's a fantastic point, and actually I've heard that a few times from Mark, from Chris, from Jesse. When you fight at Adrenaline in a training capacity, it's more difficult than perhaps fighting in the cage against an opponent who is not of equal caliber. We could talk a little bit about where you want to go next, but I wanted to ask you about your protege, Jesse Gross. He's your training partner over at Adrenaline. He had a bit of an unfortunate circumstance in Ottawa a few months back against Brad Cardinal. Let's just say a premature stop. And it's not something that sits well with fighters. You were coaching him at the time. How did you come out of that? What did you have to say to him? And I know he's fighting at Bellator this weekend. What are you saying to him as he gets this chance to amend what happened in Ottawa?
That's the thing, is I can't take it away. Jesse should be an undefeated fighter. He worked hard enough. That was robbery, and it was an insult to him as a character. He shouldn't have had that happen to him. There's nothing I can do to take it back. So all I can say to him now is, prove it was a mistake. Make a statement against your next opponent. Use that to perform better next time. You know, you're winning the fight as it was, so make a statement in your next fight. Go out there and hurt this guy even more, finish it even faster, and just use it to move himself forward instead of dwelling on it, because we can't get it back.
You guys want to win. I understand that. This is all about excellence and success. But if you're cut down a little bit, whether it's your own fault or if it's the game, not really giving you the benefit of the doubt, or a bad referee, do you not learn from that? And if the earlier it happens, does that not work out in your favor going forward, because you've dealt with adversity right off the bat and you can build off that and get the success you want?
Yeah, like people say you learn from your losses, right? You don't learn much from winning, people say. So you take what you happen bad to you, and you can try and make it not happen again. And it shows you a flaw. In Jesse's situation, though, he didn't do anything wrong. Really, he did get hit and went down, but he was trying to get back up. He was defending properly, and the referee just stopped the fight. So there's not much he can really learn from that, except for now he knows, he has to take a loss. My first loss is kind of a good thing, only because now I'm not scared to lose. I know it didn't kill me. I can go back and fight again, right? Some people, when they have their undefeated record, they're paranoid because they're going to lose. How am I going to handle it? How am I going to handle it? So he's young. He's only 23 years old. He's still early in his career, so he's got a lot of time to come back from this and move way beyond it.
Yeah, Jesse's one of the top talents coming out of Adrenaline, and that's saying a lot, because you have Sam over there, you have Chris, you have Mark the Machine Hominick. These are fantastic times for Adrenaline, and you've added to those great times with yet another win for the training facility in East London. Before we go, 170 pounds, welterweight, coming off a second-round TKO of Travis Briere, who was 10-1. Bottom line, over the next 6 months, what is going to be next for Chris the Menace Clements? Because we can't wait to see you fight again.
I know the UFC is coming back in December. Come back to I know they're going to either Montreal or Toronto. So I'm hoping to get a fight in early October. Hopefully it's a big fight. I can make a statement and get on that show. Like I said, I'm 35 years old. I've been fighting for a long time. I want my fight in UFC.
How do you get their attention, though? How do you get you're doing what you need to do,
That's
aren't
the thing.
you?
If you got a belt, I'm coming for it. If I take all the belts, they have to let me in there sooner or later. So I'm just going to keep beating people up they put in front of me. Sooner or later, they have to let me in. So.
That's a great way to wrap it up. Chris the Menace Clements, congratulations. You're a double belt holder. You're soon to be a husband to a fantastic woman. And you know what? Life's good for you right now, and let's hope it gets better.
Thank you.